Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar on elevating beverages with oat ingredients. My name is Kieran Duggan, Head of Plant at Tirlán Ingredients. Tirlán is an ingredient solution supplier providing world-class ingredients to leading companies and brands across the globe. We offer a range of dairy and plant-based solutions to meet the dynamic needs of the food and beverage industry and its consumers. Today's webinar delves into the exciting realm of oat ingredients and how they can enhance plant-based and hybrid beverages by addressing the wants and needs of today's consumer. We'll explore selecting the ideal oat ingredient to achieve your desired product type while seamlessly integrating with your manufacturing capabilities. Whether you're seeking raw materials for in-house processing or a turnkey solution, Tirlán has the solution for you. Throughout this webinar, we'll be joined by a lineup of speakers. Kevin Honan, the Head of Market Research and Insights at Tirlán, and Céline Lemongi, Market Analyst at Innova Market Insights, will provide valuable insights into the latest trends in oat-based beverages. Yvonne Belanti, Category Manager for Plant at Tirlán, will outline how our oat ingredients cater to all oat beverage styles and how we can support you in selecting the perfect solution to suit your individual requirements. Avril Collins, Marketing Manager for Ingredients at Tirlán, will explain how Tirlán's oat ingredients can help you to meet consumer needs and set your oat beverage apart in the market. Following the presentations, there will be a Q&A session with our speakers. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please type them into the Questions tab and we'll address them there directly. But before we delve into the content, let me first introduce you to our dedicated plant-based sales team, who are here to collaborate with you in finding the ideal solution for your product. Teresa Kelly is our Senior Sales Manager for Plant Ingredients globally. Tommy Maher and Stephen Atkinson work with customers in Europe, the Middle East and the Asia Pacific region. Finally, Kate Lennon supports customers in Ireland, the UK and North America. Without further delay, I hope you find today's webinar insightful and engaging. Now it's over to Kevin to kick things off.
Thanks, Kieran. At Tirlán, we have a trends framework that guides all of our thinking about what's happening in the marketplace. These trends are changing demographics as the population booms, the world becomes more urbanized, and homes become smaller. Sustainability as an imperative. The world will need 50% more food to feed a growing population. New foods and production methods will be needed. Digital living. The world's already dealing with 60 times the information we did 10 years ago. This will increase exponentially with the advent of artificial intelligence, etc. Feel and be better. This is the primary driver of brand growth and the main consumer demand for driving wellness. Aesthetic and athletic. A significant cohort of consumers prioritize performance and/or appearance in their food choices. Mainstreaming of plant-based. The next generation of plant-based consumers will be enticed by what plant-based is rather than what it is not. Changing occasions. More and more snacks, including beverage-based consumption, and more food on the go. Today's webinar on the subject of oat touches off 4 of these key themes, which are highlighted on this slide. These 4 themes are sustainability, feel and be better, mainstreaming of plant-based, and changing occasions. Taking the first of those, which is changing occasions, the breadth of occasions on which consumers enjoy food and drink has grown exponentially. Milks and milk alternatives are no different. Today, oat milks are primarily used with cereal, adding them to coffee, in a smoothie, and adding to a protein shake. We can see clearly from this slide that opportunities remain to grow usage in these areas, but also to encourage wider usage in cooking and baking applications. Another one of our trends is feel and be better. Health is the number one driver of consumption of non-dairy milk and non-dairy drinks. And when consumers defining health, they mainly define that as immunity benefits, digestion benefits, and heart benefits. And consumers prioritise key nutritional macros when evaluating the healthiness of a product. Those key macros are the fat content, the calorie content, sugar content, salt content, and of course the ingredient source. And we can see clearly that these priorities are reflected in the top reasons why people consume dairy alternatives. Another key trend for Tirlán is sustainability. Sustainability is a key factor for consumers, and oat milk is well positioned to deliver on this demand. In fact, consumers, whether they currently consume dairy alternatives or not, consider those dairy alternatives to be better for sustainability. And oat milk has clearly demonstrated that it delivers on the key criteria of fresh water usage and greenhouse gas emissions. And we know from talking to consumers that they see these two factors as critical in their assessment of the sustainability impact of their product choices. Meanwhile, consumers are aware of the impact of the total supply chain of their product choices, looking at the impact on themselves, the impact on the planet, and the impact on the producer. Another key trend for Tirlán is the mainstreaming of plant-based. And as the plant-based category evolves, plant-based products have many avenues to continue their strong marketplace momentum. At its core, 44% of consumers now identify as flexitarian, pescatarian, vegetarian, or vegan, providing a strong core of consumers for any plant-based offering. To attract new consumers, and indeed to get current consumers to consume more, there is also latent demand for more flavoured drinks from the category. In addition, 1 in 4 consumers are asking that plant-based builds upon its own positive characteristics, rather than mimicking historical categories in order to grow consumption. That concludes my section of today's webinar. I hope you found it useful. I will hand you over to Tirlán from Innova, who will now present further insights on the oat-based drinks category.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tirlán. I'm a market analyst at Innova Market Insights, and today we'll be looking at some of the new trends related to oat-based beverages. So before I dive deeper, just a little bit about Innova Market Insights. So we're a global market research company that provides the latest insights in new product launches and trends in not only the food and beverage sector, but also in the personal care industry. We're basically a team of food experts, and it's our priority to work closely with you to provide the right insights to support your innovation journey. So to do so, we offer tailor-made solutions as well as extensive reports. And we also offer things like market sizing and consumer research and even more customized projects. And so most of the insights you will see today is thanks to our tools at Innova. All right, so let's dive deep. So in terms of oat milk, we're seeing it as being the top and fastest growing product based in terms of dairy alternative drink launches globally. So if you see on the left side of the screen, we're seeing the number of new product launches by product bases over the last 5 years. And oat milk has definitely increased its percent share by quite a lot in the last 5 years, where now in 2023, almost 1 in 3 dairy alternative drink launches contained oat milk. And then when we look at the evolution or the growth, we're seeing that oat milk has a positive growth, a lot more than the other plant-based milk, with a CAGR of 24% in the last 5 years. So there's definitely opportunities in oat milk, and it's growing as we speak. Also, what we're noticing is that the natural claim on packaging is not only a key reason for consumers to consume dairy alternative drinks, but it's also one of the fastest growing claims in terms of the oat drink space. So nearly 1 in 2 consumers globally say that they would pay more for plant-based alternatives if they come with added health benefits. And some of these added health benefits include natural, digestive health, and protein intake. And interestingly, this actually goes in line with what we're seeing in terms of new product launches. So when we look at the fastest growing health claims in oat-based milk launches, we're seeing that natural is the number one with a CAGR of 69% in the last 5 years, followed by sugar-free and immune health. So brands are really trying to target or put on pack that their products are natural when it comes to oat-based milk. And diving a little bit deeper into other types of claims. So we kind of had some claims that we put onto focus, including plant-based, vegan, organic, gluten-free, and so on. And here we're seeing that so plant-based, vegan, as well as organic are the top 2 growing claims with growing CAGRs as well. But we're also seeing no additives, preservatives, and GMO-free that is showing growth when it comes to product launches with oat as an ingredient. And then we have some nice product examples to the right where we see those claims being mentioned or communicated directly on pack for consumers to see. And then in terms of consumers, what do we see in terms of their attitudes towards oats? So in general, 1 in 3 consumers globally say that they always look at ingredients or ingredients of interest on product pack. And diving into more related to oat ingredients, so 44% of consumers globally are familiar with plant-based dairy alternatives with an oat ingredient base, and 48%, so almost 1 in 2 of consumers are willing to buy these types of alternatives with oat ingredient base. So there's definitely an interest there, and I think there's a lot of different reasons for that. In general, what we're seeing is that throughout globally, consumers want to feel a greater connection with their surroundings and also view themselves as kind of like environmental or social guardians. And so they increasingly expect brands to do that as well as themselves. And so they're trying to look for more sustainable options. And I know that oats is definitely a more sustainable option compared to maybe other dairy alternatives. And it has a great sustainable profile, also a good nutritional profile. And I know for companies, it can be a bit of a cheaper option than other dairy alternatives. So there's definitely opportunities for oats in dairy alternative in the dairy alternative space, and consumers are definitely interested in that. And then here we have some nice examples as well on the right, and this also goes in line with one of our trends this year, which is the first one, ingredients taking the spotlight. So we're kind of highlighting, or we're seeing brands highlighting certain types of ingredients directly onto the front of their packaging as a visual cue for consumers to know what's in the product. And so oats is definitely something that can be spotlighted or highlighted in a product. And I think this concludes, yes, the presentation. If ever there are any other questions, or if ever you want to know more about Innova, feel free to either scan the QR code, or you could always reach out to us directly through our website. Thank you.
Oats can be used in many types of ready-to-drink and ready-to-mix beverages, from plain or barista-style oat drinks and lifestyle beverages to meal replacers and hybrid beverages incorporating dairy ingredients. No matter what type of product, everything in oat beverage production begins with the actual oat. Choosing an oat ingredient to match your desired beverage type and production capabilities is crucial. At Tirlán, we offer a variety of oat formats under our oat standing brand to suit every type of beverage, and we're committed to finding the perfect fit for you. Let's have a look at how the type of beverage you are creating and the manufacturing capabilities you have influence the choice of oat ingredient you use. Tirlán offers a range of oat ingredients to make delicious beverages. The first ones we want to discuss today are heat-treated whole oat groats and oat flakes. These ingredients are made from the highest quality Irish-grown oats in conventional, organic or gluten-free. They are processed in our state-of-the-art oat mill in Ireland. Both groats and oat flakes serve as the perfect base for a variety of beverages, whether you are aiming for a frothy barista style, a flavored beverage or a creamy dairy alternative. They can produce exceptionally smooth beverages with no sedimentation by removing insolubles. The functionality can be adjusted depending on the amount and type of insolubles removed. The groats and flakes bring a slightly nutty and toasted taste, ideal for a cereal drink. When using groats and flakes in beverage manufacturing, the oats undergo a process of wet milling and enzymatic hydrolysis, followed by the deactivation of enzymes through heat treatment. After that, the insolubles are decanted off, leaving behind a liquid ready for blending with other ingredients such as fats, flavors, or essential vitamins and minerals. This mix is then UHT treated, homogenized and aseptically filled, resulting in a delicious oat drink. At Tirlán, we have a range of oat flours suitable for oat beverage manufacturing. By starting with an oat flour instead of a flake or groat, there is no requirement for manufacturers to have their own flour milling capabilities. The oat flours are available in different particle sizes depending on your requirements, ranging from very fine to medium. Oat flour 550 and oat flour 710 are milled to provide a medium particle size, providing a price advantage compared to finer flours. The finer the flour is, however, the more surface it has for the enzymes to do the hydrolysis. Our oat flour 270 has an ultra-fine particle size. At Tirlán's, oat flours are whole grain, providing nutritional benefits to your beverage. They also add a delicious nutty oat flavor and aroma. They can be used to create barista-style creamy beverages or even creamers. These oat flours are the solution for you if you have the capability to do your own hydrolysis but do not have your own flour milling capability. The oat flour 270 is an excellent choice for ready-to-mix beverages that are full of nutrition, as it displays excellent dispersibility properties, mixing with cold water easily when shaken by hand. Examples for these beverages are smoothies or shakes and mass gainers that are used in cold liquids. Tirlán also offers turnkey solutions to your business, including our oat-standing functional oat flour LV and our oat-standing liquid oat base. Let's have a look at the benefits of the functional oat flour LV first. Our oat-standing functional oat flour is available in gluten-free or organic. This ingredient is ideal if you want to make a clean label, nutritious beverage, and it is whole grain and has all the goodness of the full oat, including the fibers. The functional oat flour LV is enzymatically hydrolyzed and ready to use. It can be used with high temperature aseptic filling or even retort. This functional oat flour provides a nice cereal taste without adding too much sweetness to the beverage. It's only partially hydrolyzed to retain the healthy, slow-release carbs while maintaining viscosity during the heat treatment, even at higher inclusion rates. A nutritious whole grain beverage can be made by blending our functional oat flour LV with water and other ingredients of your choice, followed by UHT treatment, homogenization, and then aseptic filling. Whether you want to create a nutritious oat drink, a breakfast to go, or even a hybrid product including dairy proteins, the functional oat flour provides you with all you need: taste, functionality, and nutrition. It even works in low pH environments, for example in a beverage with fruit and higher acidity. The functional oat flour LV is an excellent choice for an easy solution to make a nutritious oat drink without the need for your own hydrolysis line or flour milling capabilities. The other choice you have for an easy-to-use turnkey solution is our liquid oat base. The liquid oat base is suitable for high and low pH, tasty oat drinks, breakfast on the go, and even creamers for coffee beverages. Like the functional oat flour LV, it is also hydrolyzed and ready to use. It enhances the taste in your beverage by providing a pleasant, sweet, oaty flavor. Tirlán's oat-standing liquid oat base leaves no sedimentation, providing a smooth texture in the final beverage. It can be used in high temperature processing and even retort. The processing is like the one mentioned for the functional oat flour LV. All our oat ingredients can also be used in combination with dairy ingredients to create a hybrid beverage combining nutrition and functionality from dairy and oat components. Overall, our solutions are tailored, tried and tested to meet the needs of today's complex plant-based formulations. At Tirlán, we have a full research and development team on hand to help manufacturers with their product development, whether that is improving existing recipes or bringing a new concept to life. In our Research and Innovation Centre in Kilkenny, Ireland, we have a first-class pilot plant that can be used for trials with our oat solutions in your formulation. The pilot facilities consist of a plug-and-play area with membrane processing units, a UHT plant with direct steam injection and steam infusion for application trials, a 2-effect falling film evaporator and a multi-stage spray dryer with 3 high-pressure nozzles, fine return and lecitination. I will now pass you over to Avril, who will take you through how Tirlán's oat ingredients can help you to meet consumer needs.
In today's dynamic market, meeting consumer demand goes beyond just offering a product. It's about addressing consumers' core concerns and their preferences. As the insights show, oat is the #1 ingredient base for plant-based beverage launches. This is no surprise considering that oats tick all the boxes for what consumers want. Tirlán's Irish Oats in particular have specific benefits that sets them apart from oats grown in other countries. Firstly, clean label is more important than ever in plant-based beverages, with consumers wanting shorter ingredient lists that have simple ingredients that they're familiar with so they can understand exactly what it is that they're consuming. As the insights show, oats are a well-known ingredient to consumers. They are natural and they can be used to achieve that clean label. For example, with Tirlán's oat ingredients, you can create a delicious oat beverage using just 4 recognisable ingredients by combining Tirlán's liquid oat base with water, sunflower oil and salt. But if we dive further, brands can help consumers to fully understand the ingredients that are in their product by being transparent about where they source those ingredients. By providing this transparency to consumers, brands can build trust. Ireland is known for its family farming tradition and heritage, and as a cooperative, Tirlán has long-term and in some cases multi-generational relationships with growers. Tirlán's Irish Oats are sourced from 110 family farms across Ireland, providing full traceability. Each grower works hand in hand with Tirlán agronomists to produce the highest quality oats, and these oats are nurtured on those family farms. By incorporating Tirlán's oats into beverages, it allows manufacturers to communicate this compelling story of traceability and transparency to consumers. Oats are not only just a familiar ingredient, but they're also a nutritional powerhouse. For example, oat flakes are naturally low in sugar, salt, and saturated fats and contain vitamins and minerals. And they're also a good source of digestible protein. But most notably, oats are a prime source of dietary fibres and beta-glucans, which are crucial for digestive health and heart health. As the insights pointed out, digestive health and immune health are important health claims for consumers. A staggering percentage of the global population falls short of their daily fibre intake, so oats are a practical solution to incorporate into beverages to bridge this nutritional gap and offer consumers the digestive and immune health benefits that they are looking for. At Tirlán, we have a full nutrition team on hand to help manufacturers to achieve nutrition claims in their beverage product, such as high fibre or source of fibre. A key area that consumers are increasingly aware of is the environmental impact of the food and beverages that they are consuming. It is becoming more and more important for food and beverage manufacturers to leverage the sustainability reputation of their ingredients to increase the attractiveness of their product to consumers. Tirlán is hugely committed to sustainability and supporting our customers on their own sustainability journeys. Tirlán has a living proof sustainability strategy covering 5 key areas, including carbon reduction, regenerative agriculture, natural nutrition, circular economy, and growing together, to ensure that we're actively working towards an environmentally, economically, and socially sustainable future. Tirlán recently invested in developing a new life cycle assessment model, which was used to complete Ireland's first carbon footprint analysis of commercially grown Irish grain, from seed to farm gate. The research was the first of its kind, using an LCA methodology specifically developed for Irish grain on a wide range of crops, including oats. The study found that the carbon footprint of Tirlán's Irish oats is very low compared to oats produced in other regions in Europe and North America. In comparison to strong oat-producing countries like Finland and Canada, the carbon footprint of Tirlán's oats is about half. The most influential factors impacting the carbon footprint of our oats are good crop nutrition and high yields. So what really sets Tirlán Irish Oats apart from other regions is Ireland's temperate climate with plentiful rainfall, which makes it a perfect environment for growing high-yield oat crops. Tirlán's oat growers also provide great care to their land to maximise efficiency, leading to higher yields, and these higher yields decrease the carbon footprint per kg of oat. Tirlán's family farms are taking actions to further improve these positive results. Through progressive farm management such as cover crops, crop rotations, straw incorporation and nutrient management planning, there is potential to hold and increase the carbon in the soil, thereby reducing the amount of carbon emissions released into the atmosphere. In summary, by incorporating Tirlán's Irish oat ingredients into your plant-based beverages, you not only meet consumers' expectations, but you also contribute to a healthier, more sustainable future. From natural goodness to nutritional excellence and environmental stewardship, our oats encapsulate the values that resonate with today's consumer. Thank you very much for listening, and I will now pass you back to Kieran.
Great. Thank you so much, Avril. Thank you for taking us on the journey of oats and how it relates to Tirlán. So a lot of detail, a lot of information for our listeners to consider when they're making their choices in terms of their recipes and how they move forward with their own business. So really keen to engage with the speakers that have shared that information with us this afternoon. We're now going to open the floor, take some questions from those listeners and give the opportunity to get some further information from the team. So we have a number of questions that have already been loaded into the chat box. Please feel free to place any more questions you may have in there as well. So just to kick it off, our first question that has appeared is as follows. So the Innova research showed a strong percentage of oat-based launches have gluten-free claims. Are all Tirlán's oat ingredients gluten-free, and how does Tirlán manage the allergens in the gluten-free oats? Great question, very much in our sweet spot in terms of what we offer. So if I could ask Avril maybe to build on what you spoke about earlier and give us a little bit more information on that question regarding gluten-free.
Great, yes, of course. Thank you, Kieran. So all of Tirlán's oat ingredients are available in gluten-free. We have seen huge demand for gluten-free oats across all applications really, including beverages and creamers, but also bars and bakery. So our gluten-free oats are grown through a strict closed-loop supply chain called Oat Secure. And Oat Secure really controls every step of the process, including seed development, land and grower selection, sowing and crop monitoring, and then the harvesting and drying and storing and milling. And it was developed in conjunction with our oat growers, and they work to a really strict code of practice. The gluten-free oats are then processed in a state-of-the-art oat-only mill in Ireland, which helps to further reduce any contamination with other grains. Then our closed-loop supply chain, really it's what sets Tirlán apart because it provides a gluten-free guarantee of less than 5 parts per million compared to the industry standard of less than 20 parts per million. So from a manufacturer's point of view, you don't have to worry about any cross-contamination in your own beverage production facility, as we have a very high standard for our gluten-free guarantee.
Great, really, really good stuff, Avril. Look, if I can just pause a little bit just to really reinforce that call out around Oat Secure. Oat Secure being our brand, closed loop, our own growers, our own farmers. It's really resonating with our customers out there. They're bringing it to their markets as well. So really important to call that out, Avril. Thank you for doing that regarding our process and Oat Secure and how how central it is to our gluten-free offering. So moving on, just another question coming through. What do you think the key drivers are for oat-based beverages? If I could reach to Selene just to answer that question, please.
Yes, of course. Thank you for the question. So first of all, we noticed at Innova that when it comes to oat-based alternatives, they're definitely growing, and actually they're one of the fastest growing plant-based alternatives in comparison to other things. So in comparison to almond milk or coconut milk, oat milk has a CAGR or a growth of 24% in the last 5 years. And what really is driving this is on a consumer standpoint. When it comes to plant-based alternatives, we see that consumers are interested in paying more for these types of products if they are natural. And so when we look at oat products, we see that natural claims are actually growing a lot. So they're really looking forward to that when it comes to oat drinks. And then on another point of view, when it comes to brands, we're also seeing that oat is a more of a sustainable, has a good nutritional profile, and is financially maybe a bit of a cheaper option than other alternatives. So there's definitely some nice drivers for this type of product.
Fantastic, great, and then thank you for that. We're all acutely aware we're seeing oat offerings at airport lounges, alternative milks as well. So very much on point at the moment, and lots of interest around oat-based beverages. It's really good insight. So moving on, just another question coming through. This one is probably going to suit Kevin here. We'll ask you to come in. Kevin, the question that has come through is, how can the category continue to grow into the future, and what does that future look like as we reach out to that crystal ball?
Great, thanks, Kieran. I'll catch the crystal ball as best I can. And I think, what the fundamentals for the category will build upon the great work that has happened for the last number of years that Selene has referred to in terms of naturalness, sustainability, and health. In addition to that, really in terms of driving penetration and frequency, which are the two key drivers of growth for any category, no matter what it is, penetration being getting more people to consume the product, and frequency getting those people to consume it more often. The key drivers of those are going to be, in terms of penetration, remembering that 3 in 5 adults under the age of 35 have never tried an oat-based beverage. The key driver there is going to be a short ingredient list. And we know from what was said earlier in this webinar that the Tirlán oat products can be used to make a product with only 4 ingredients. And in terms of frequency, in terms of getting those consumers to consume oat milk more often, we know that only 52% of those consumers who already consume oat milk are consuming it with cereal, and less than that are adding it to coffee. So there's massive opportunities to get even those consumers who have already engaged with the oat milk category to use it more often in the products they're already consuming.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Really informative. Appreciate the insight and the response to the listener's question. Okay, so an interesting question here, which actually speaks to one of our core values. So the question follows: in what ways does Tirlán collaborate with customers to support them in product development and recipe improvement? So look, calling out, I suppose, what are our credentials and what service can we provide to our customers? If I reach out to Yvonne, can you build on that a little bit, and just in terms of share our approach to collaboration with customers?
Of course, thanks, Kieran. What I can say is that the Tirlán Research and Innovation Centre is home to a team of experts who really passionately research dairy and plant-based. And our team includes scientists, nutritionists, sensory experts, development chefs, and process technology experts. And they all work with our customers, utilizing our state-of-the-art facilities and their knowledge to co-create and to resolve customer challenges. I was referring to our state-of-the-art UHT line earlier on. And Tirlán also has a dedicated applications team who develop concept recipes to understand how our ingredients perform in typical applications, and then use these findings to support our customers to identify the best ingredient solution for their own recipes. And then finally, the Tirlán commercial team is made up of product management, marketing, sales, market research and innovation professionals, and we all work together to support customers of all scales and at all stages.
Fantastic, really concise, and thank you for that, Yvonne. I just speaking on from my own experience, I've been in the business for 17 years. We recognize that there's competition out there. We need to remain focused, we need to remain relevant. We've made significant investments in our business in this innovation centre in Ballyragget. We're really proud of that investment. We really believe that it makes a difference and that our customers are seeing a difference. We've also invested in market resource with confident, well-informed sales professionals across the US, Europe, Asia, Middle East, and closer to home here in Ireland and the UK. So look, extremely proud for what we have brought and what we are continuing to bring to our customers. It speaks to the collaboration, speaks to one of our core values, collaboration for success. We speak it, we live it, so we're extremely proud of that, and we hope that our customers' experience is as well received, and that they recognise and see that offering, and that Tirlán can remain competitive and help them with their recipe development. So just building a little bit, Yvonne, just from my own experience as well, in terms of how I see that presenting itself. So thank you very much for sharing that. Thank you to all our speakers. Thank you to everyone that has listened to the webinar this afternoon. We're running a little bit short in time. Thank you for your questions. Please continue as time allows here to place your questions in the chat box. We will answer every question. We'll respond by email. We'll support with any collateral, any additional resource support that we have that's going to help you to win in the market, to deliver the recipes that you want to deliver, and then ultimately to bring you success. We want to be part of the success, so please consider Tirlán for your business, for your projects, for your innovations, pipelines. Reach out to us. We're available. We're open for business. So look, to learn more about this wonderful company, learn about Tirlán, reach out to us at Tirlán Ingredients, www.tirlaningredients.com. Thank you again for joining the webinar. We know your time is precious. We know you've invested time this afternoon learning about us, learning about our oat journey. So we look forward to working with you in the future. Thank you and goodbye.